In this video, I'll be showing all leaks that were never added to Roblox Islands. So all of these leaks were either cancelled, changed to be a different item, or are going to be added in a future update. First leak is the jerry can. So this has a chance to be added in a future update. Now jerry cans store gas, so it could possibly be an alternative form of gas besides coal or wood. And if it is used as gas, then it's probably going to be very overpowered in industrial things, and way better than coal, and just be the new default fuel resource everyone uses in auto farms. Jerry can and the blue version of it were both leaks for the oily crops update, but only the blue version of it was added to store water, and the jerry can wasn't added to store oil. My guess is since crops are oily, the industrial washer would just keep the oil in it, and then it would convert it into jerry cans, like how whenever you catch a bee or a firefly, it instantly converts it into a jar. So the oil would just be instantly put into jerry cans that you can take and use as fuel. Next is the bamboo sapling. So the most likely scenario is that originally they were considering making it so that whenever you destroy a bamboo, instead of going directly to your inventory where you can place it, destroying bamboo would give a sapling, and then you would have to wait for that first stage of it being a sapling to pass for it to finally be bamboo. Now, they were probably considering this and then decided just not to add it, but here is what it looks like without all of the dirt around it also. Next are beans. So these were going to be added a few updates after the grape update, I'm pretty sure, but it was just a long time ago, and it was sometime after the grape update, but still very long ago. And these were going to be a new crop that grow exactly like grapes. They're going to grow on the grape chair, and so I don't know why they decided not to add them, since the grape chair can only be used for one thing, grapes, but then I kind of wanted to turn it into the grape and bean chair. But anyways, beans would most likely be about 40 coins, somewhere around there. They would still be pretty cheap, but they would be way more, or not way more, but they would be a bit more expensive than grapes. Still very, very cheap though. And then here's what it looks like whenever you harvest it. It's just a whole bunch of beans together, but it counts as one item. So yeah, that's beans. Next leaks are shovels, and these are the iron shovel and wooden shovel. They would most likely be used just to mine grass faster, and they would not do more damage though. They would just have a faster mining speed because grass is already one shot. These probably weren't added because if you think about it, grass is only one block, and there's like no need to mine it faster because it's just like all of the other blocks. So adding an entire new type of item just to mine one block faster isn't really that big of an update, so they probably decided not to add it because it wasn't that useful. Now, if they add a new feature later, like one where you can teleport to an auto-generated island and mine the stuff there to get stuff, then maybe they might make it so that you can use shovels to mine the grass faster. That's the only way I can think of that it would be very useful. Shovels are probably not going to be added in the game unless if they add a feature like that. Next is the RB Battles Championship event. So this event is basically where a whole bunch of YouTubers compete in challenges, and then the winner gets Robux or something. Or anyways, that's how the first one worked. Now, I'm not completely sure if this is run by Islands or if it's run by Roblox themselves and is an official event. I think it is though, because I've seen some other popular games with badges for an event like this. But the RB Battles Championship event might be on Roblox soon, and Islands is participating in it. I don't know if it's going to be the same as last time though, because last time you were only able to participate in it if you were in the star program, and then everyone else could just vote for who they thought would win, and then if you voted for the right person, then you'd get a special item. Next leak is the trophy. So this is probably going to be given to the winner of the RB Battles Championship event. Now, it has some flags with it, but this was around the time that the obby kit update happened, and it was believed to be that the flags had something to do with the RB Battles event, but then it was just in the obby kit. But then the trophy wasn't added yet, so all of the RB Battles stuff classifies as something that is probably going to be added in a future update. Next is the Ruby Gauntlet. So you know how whenever the RB Battles happened last time, how you could vote for someone, and if you voted for the right person, then you would get an item. Well, that's how I think it's going to work in Islands. So if you vote for someone and you get it right, then you're going to get the Ruby Gauntlet. Now, it could be gotten a different way, but that's the only way I can think of that it would make sense to get it. But that would mean that it would be a secret item, because there's only one way to get it for a limited time, and then its value will probably be pretty big after that. Now for all of the bows. So all of these will probably be added eventually. The first two, the basic bow and artifact bow, were already added. The third one is mostly gold. This update is having a gold mob, so it's probably going to be added in this update. By the way, the update was delayed until next Friday, so it was delayed for a week. But then the fourth one has some aquamarine, so I'm guessing either there's going to be an aquamarine version of the gold mob, or maybe in a future update they're going to add some sort of mob that is that color, and then you'll be able to make that bow. And then the fifth one has the same exact, colors as the fourth bow, except it also has some steel or iron or something gray on it. And then we have the vamp bow, which is already added, and then the second to last bow has what looks like some new items that could be from a mob on it, and then the last one, well, the cow has horns, so imagine if that's like the cow bow or something, but it also looks like it could use the dead bush stuff, so I thought it was going to be added whenever dead bush was added. But nope, it's probably going to be added whenever a new mob that has horns is added. But then we have the 3 different types of arrows. So I don't know if they're just what the arrows will look like. Like maybe they'll make it so that the bow shoots the type of arrows like the color it is. So maybe they might make it so that the aquamarine bows shoot the blue one or something. And the gold one shoots the yellow arrow. But they could make the arrows like different types of arrows, and some of them you need more stuff to craft. I'm not really sure what's going on with the 3 colors of arrows, but it might just be cosmetic, or it could be something that you can actually craft different arrows, and then the better arrows do more damage or something like that. If you want to see all leaks for the upcoming update, that video is going to be linked in the description, but if you're watching this video a while later, then that stuff is probably added already. Next is the Wasp. So around the Firefly update, which is one of the most recent updates, there is this leak for something that looks like a wasp. I know it can seem like it was a firefly, but if you look closely at the firefly, it doesn't have any details on it. Like, if you look at it, there are no eyes, no anything. It's literally just like 3 circles with some wings on it, and then the last circle is glowing, and that's how fireflies look like. Since they're super small, they don't have a whole bunch of detail, because it would be hard to make details on something that small. But this, the wasp, it actually has eyes and some details on it, so I know it's not the firefly. But there is also a leak of something that looked like a net, but it looked kind of like, instead of it being sideways, like the circle of the net was down, and the net part was slightly transparent, but not really. It just had a lot of details on it, and it looked kind of like it was a wasp nest, or a hornet nest, or one of those things. I'm really thinking that that update, there could have been hornets, and they had nests, and you could, like, fight them off or something. It could just be a coincidence that the net looked like a hornet's nest, and that there is a hornet or wasp or something. But it all kind of lines up that it looks like there was a wasp nest, and a wasp, or a hornet, or one of those angry flying things. But I'm kind of thinking that it was. This next leak, it's so sad that they didn't add this. Like, this is the biggest leak in the entire video. This would have totally changed the game. They would have to have changed the name of the game because it would be changed so much. This leak is toast. Oh wow, look, it's the new secret item, Fish Sawmill. Anyways, those are all of the leaks that haven't been added yet. The bows will probably be added every time there is a new mob, and the RB Battles event will probably be added soon whenever Roblox starts the official RB Battles event thing. The last leak that hasn't been added is recently on Twitter. The developers posted a video where they were testing how many items can be dropped. So that counts items dropped by totems on conveyors and items dropped by people on the island. And they're trying to make it so that the limit can be in the thousands, possibly. That's what it looks like in the video, or even more. So that hasn't been added yet. Hopefully it is added soon though, because that's like something that would completely change auto farms and a lot of other things in the game. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments, which of these leaks do you hope is added the most? I hope that all of the bows are eventually added, because all of the bows usually need new materials, so that means they're also going to add a lot of other things if they do end up adding the bows. But make sure to subscribe with the notifications on for daily Islands videos, like the video, join the Discord server and Roblox group link in the description for trading and talking about Roblox Islands, and follow my Twitter at Telanthric. I'm trying to hit 2,000 followers there, and 200k subscribers on YouTube. By the way, there's a playlist link in the description called Roblox Islands Guide, and it has basically everything you need to know about islands on it, so if you need help with anything, it's probably on that playlist, so check it out. By the way, since the update's delayed till next Friday, it's still a Friday, so I won't be able to stream it because I have school that day, and I'm gonna still try to stream it though, but if it's delayed until like later that day or until Saturday, then I'll be able to stream it, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, YouTube.